Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. A strong atmospheric river continues to impact Northern California with heavy rain and life-threatening flooding. A developing storm system forecast to bring another round of gusty winds to the Pacific Northwest, with heavy snow spreading towards the northern Rockies over the weekend. Unsettled weather is expected across much of the Northeast and the Great Lakes over the next few days, including the likelihood of heavy snow in the central Appalachians and higher elevations of northeastern Pennsylvania into southern New York. Closer to home, dry and mild weather continues through the weekend, with temperatures expected to warm to well above normal over the weekend. Light winds expected through Saturday, then low-end breezy conditions expected in the lowlands, breezy conditions in the mountains expected through at least next week. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. After devastating fires and flooding, the village of Ruidoso said business is slowly returning to normal, but there are still many hurdles ahead. During the summer, businesses saw as much as a 90% drop in sales. The Village Chamber of Commerce said some businesses had to close their doors. Ruidoso Mayor Lynn Crawford told KRQE that businesses lost millions over the summer, but he hopes the village can secure some grants to help business owners.
To date, we're down a little over $2 million in revenue. That's about almost 20%, of our annual income.
The mayor said retail is still slower than normal, but businesses are picking up, and he wants to remind all tourists that Ruidoso is still there. The Lady of the Mountain Run is happening this Saturday, a needs-based scholarship fundraiser for NMSUA. You're invited to come walk or run the half marathon, 10K, 5K, and there's also a 1 mile run. The events all start at the Taze Center, 2235 North Scenic in Alamogordo. The half marathon starts at 8. The 10K and 5K kick off at 8:15, and the 1 mile fun run kicks off at 10. If you have any questions, ladyofthemountainrun.com. Mayor Susan Payne was in downtown Alamogordo yesterday to read a proclamation.
Whereas small businesses form the backbone of our local economy, generating jobs and improving the quality of life for our citizens. And whereas the city of Alamogordo supports the efforts of local small businesses and recognizes the critical role they play in our community. And whereas Small Business Saturday is a nationwide campaign to cultivate business for small merchants on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And whereas Small Business Saturday will stimulate local economic growth through small retailers by following the tradition of Black Friday and Cyber Monday shopping, two of the busiest shopping days of the year. And whereas we encourage our residents to support small merchants within our community by shopping at these establishments on the Saturday after Thanksgiving as a way to promote the local economy and strengthen our small business community. Now, therefore, I, Susan L. Payne, Mayor of the City of Alamogordo, New Mexico, do hereby proclaim Saturday, November 30th, 2024, as Small Business Saturday in Alamogordo. And I urge all our citizens to shop small, shop local on this day and every day of the year.
Small Business Saturday is November 30th. Runner's Refuge is holding a fundraiser. We heard from Greg Gutierrez.
I just wanted to let you all know we're having a salsa fundraiser at the Runner's Refuge, 601 Delaware Avenue, $10 a jar. It's medium and homemade, 505-404-0058.
Well, the good news is Keep Tularosa Beautiful is not dead after all. As a matter of fact, they are alive and well. They received a sizable grant, and Kendra King has been named the new grants coordinator. I spoke with her yesterday.
I have a New Mexico Main Street certification, and so I have some grant writing experience, and I have a certification for nonprofit management. And Rusty brought me on board and said, come on.
Check out the Keep Tularosa Beautiful Facebook page for more information. Every month, the Kiwanis Club of Alamogordo recognizes the most improved students of the month. We go now to our good friend, Ned Klein.
Hallman Middle School is the first school, and the sixth grader is Janiyah Sullivan. The seventh grader was Cabri Smith, and the eighth grader, Peyton Lopez. At Chaparral Middle School, we have three students. Stephanie Logsden is the sixth grader. Cole Leva is the seventh grader. And the eighth grader is Audrey Presley. Mountain View Middle School has three students. The sixth grader, Hendrix Cerna. The seventh grader is Deborah Gutierrez. And the eighth grader is Jaden Suid.
Next month being a short month, we're going to hear who made the list for December in early January. Well, today is Friday. That means we get a cat chat from Kitty City.
Hi, I'm Kathy Denton with Kitty City, and welcome to this week's edition of Cat Chat. Today I would like to feature 3 kitties that have only recently come to Kitty City, and we already know they are quite special. Let's begin with Salem. Salem's return to Kitty City a few days ago was unfortunate for both him and his adopter. Her husband had an extreme allergy to Salem. They loved him and were very sad to have to return him. Everyone loves Salem, and there is a whole lot to love about this little guy. He is so very friendly. He loves people and being held. He's a real chill kitty and a charmer. The only prerequisite for Salem to instantly like you is that you are a human. That's it. He will love you and will win you over in no time. Salem is still a kitten at only 9 months old. His sweet personality is established, and a person will have no doubt that what he sees in Salem is what he gets. Salem is all black and short-haired and has gold eyes. He is neutered, microchipped, and vaccinated. We will be showing Salem off at the Kitty City adoption event at the mall tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Please stop by to meet this cutie. Pepper showed up at a home in Pinon. He immediately wanted to go into his rescuer's home. Pepper is neutered and has a microchip, so it is evident that he had a home that he became separated from. After coming into his rescuer's home, he wanted to stay inside. This boy loved the people, the cats and the dogs in this home. His rescuers had many cats already and asked us to take in Pepper. He is now at Kitty City and socializes well with the other cats. He mostly likes to follow the staff and volunteers and visitors around to receive attention. His favorite spot to be noticed is by a door between the 2 sections of the adoption building. When he sees someone going toward the door, he runs to get ahead of them, jumps on the counter by the door, and hopes for some pets, conversation, and affection. Pepper is an 8-year-old dark gray male tabby with short fur. He has been given his vaccinations, and he is ready for his adoption and his forever home. Sweet Caroline is an energetic and active little tabby girl. She has a cute face. Her looks and demeanor make a person want to hold her close and hug her. She's a brown tabby born in February of last year. She is spayed, microchipped, and rabies vaccinated, and she is ready to find her new forever person. She is shy at first, but quickly warms up to anyone who wants to pay her some attention. Come see all the Kitty City cats at 56 Stanley Ranch Road, or check out our website at www.kittycitynm.com. We have pictures and biographies of all our cats and kittens. They are patiently waiting for their forever home. Tomorrow, Saturday, November 23, come join Kitty City and Alamogordo Animal Control at the White Sands Mall from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. to find your forever friend. We will be featuring cats and kittens and puppies and dogs. Kitty City still has the special of first cat full price and half price on the second cat. Come visit us at the mall tomorrow, November 23, to find your forever friend. This has been this week's edition of Cat Chat. I'm Kathy Denton, and I'll be talking to you next week from Kitty City. Kitty City and you, no one loves them better.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
A 14-year-old student is in police custody after allegations of bringing a firearm to school. This happened 1 week ago today, causing La Cueva High School in Albuquerque to go onto lockdown. According to the teen's lawyer, Matt Huggins, he had a reason for that weapon.
Had been bullied for quite some time and even threatened with violence. And he had contacted the school administration about this, and they had done nothing in response.
He said that's when the teen made a foolish decision to grab his father's gun and take it to school with him. Bernalillo County District Attorney Sam Bregman said that while bullying is unacceptable, bringing a gun to school is not a valid reason.
It's obviously very upsetting when someone is being bullied, and that is unacceptable behavior as well. But never is that an excuse to bring a gun to campus.
Bregman encourages any student who's experiencing bullying to ask for help and to not stop asking for help until the situation is resolved. An Albuquerque police officer has been indicted on charges relating to soliciting sexual favors. Details are very limited, but according to the Albuquerque Police Department, it relates to a police encounter between Officer Liam King and a woman in June of 2023. The indictment charges King with restraining a woman with the intent to commit a sexual offense. Since January, King has been on the district attorney's so-called gigolo list, officers lacking credibility. King has been placed on administrative leave from the department. Now, I'm no legal expert, but restraining a woman with the intent to commit a sexual offense doesn't sound like solicitation. Sounds more like forcible entry. Attorneys encourage residents in southern New Mexico to join a lawsuit against the Camino Real Regional Utility Authority over alleged elevated levels of arsenic in the water supply. The lawsuit, filed on behalf of 8 residents, also targets the utility's former executive director, the Donna Ana County Commissioners, and the city of Sunland Park.
This should have never happened to this community.
Brian Colon, an attorney with Singleton Schreiber, during a town hall meeting yesterday, aimed at rallying more plaintiffs.
You are not yet a client, but you've been on the CRUDA system. We'd be honored to represent you.
The lawsuit claims that the water supply has contained elevated arsenic levels at various times since 2012. Some residents have reportedly stopped using the water due to health concerns, experiencing rashes and discomfort. The International District Economic Development Center opened in 2019 and was touted as a beacon of revitalization for Albuquerque's International District. The nonprofit organization tasked with running the center was backed by funding from the city and county. But under 4 years later, the center had closed its doors, leaving behind boarded-up windows, trash, and homeless encampments. Their status as a nonprofit was revoked. But despite all that, they received $92,000 in taxpayer funds from the city of Albuquerque this year alone. This includes a $6,000 payment as recently as this past August, even after the organization's status had long been revoked. The organization hadn't filed any paperwork in over 2 years, and while searching for those involved with the organization, none could be found. Worse yet, at least one address listed didn't even exist.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
Montgomery Delavue is an accountant who works with nonprofits. He spoke with KOAT.
They're out of compliance. They need to get in compliance. And City of Albuquerque is probably unaware. They should be aware, but they're probably unaware that tax exempt status with these guys is not current.
The invoices paid to the International District Community Development Corporation were made for a range of services rendered and received, including city council initiatives. And nobody noticed that these events never happened? Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 3 games for Mexico football today, including Cleveland at Centennial, St. Mike's at Nimi, and Loving heads to Santa Rosa. 1 game for New Mexico basketball, that's Brownfield at Hobbs. 7 games for New Mexico girls basketball tomorrow, including Carlsbad at Eastlake and Deming heads to Goddard. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies. Mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow. Winds will be gusting up to 10 miles per hour. Your high today in the basin, 66. Low tonight of 41. High tomorrow, 68 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today. Mostly clear tonight. Winds gusting up to 13 miles per hour. Sunny tomorrow. Winds gusting as high as 19. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 55. Low tonight of 32. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 27. High tomorrow, 52 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting KALHradio.org. Also check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes this Friday edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. Enjoy your weekend.